Our last speaker today will be Steve Clark for the Liberal Party. All right.
Thank you, Dan. And Dan, one issue that I see something that we need to deal with in politics is engaging more of the youth. And Dan is a 20-year-old, and taking the ball and starting up the Facebook book in the area should be truly commended. So Dan, thank you for taking the initiative of doing that. And hope you'll be able to motivate others to take part. Anyway, thanks to everyone for coming today. I will keep this fairly short because I'm inviting everybody back to Brewery Bay Food Company for some Prorogues. Anyway, I stand here before you today not only as a politician, but as a very concerned citizen. I believe that we're here today to protect the very thing that is the fabric of our Canadian society, and that is our democratic principles. I believe in civility in politics, but I also believe the opposition has to hold the government accountable and stand up when they find something egregious. And I believe that Mr. Harper has demonstrated over the last few years a clear contempt for accountability and transparency, and a clear contempt for other democratic principles. When somebody in the government framework has a different opinion than Mr. Harper or his government, they are terminated. They either don't have their contracts renewed or they are outrightly fired. When somebody within his party votes differently, they are kicked out of the party. And Mr. Harper, it is alleged, bribed a dying member of Parliament for his vote. And although the activity or the behavior on the floor of the House of Commons is sometimes suspect, maybe at best sometimes, where parliamentarians do good work is in committee work. And that has been the case for many, many years. And now, when the Conservatives do not like what's going on, where a committee is going in direction, they filibuster committee work and shut down the committee work. They actually have a manual on how to do that. That is not democracy. Mr. Harper, I believe, is ruining our international reputation.
Yes.
I believe that in some regards we're becoming the laughing stock on the world stage. And as Marty alluded to earlier, we received the degrading Colossal Fossil Award in Copenhagen at the Climate Change Summit. If only it were so easy that we could shut life down when the going got tough. And Marty stole some thunder, because I was going to say the Maple Leafs would have done that a long time ago. Or we would call in sick every third day. Mr. Stanton, that's the only time you'll hear me mention his name, because I like civility in politics. But our Mr. Stanton was quoted on January 7th in 2 local papers as saying, "It's not a decision that anyone really has a right to question." Mr. Harper's decision to shut down Parliament. That scares me, as I believe it is our inalienable right as a Canadian to question. I believe it is our obligation to question. And I believe our Member of Parliament needs to ask himself who he represents. Does he represent his leader's ideology, or does he represent the people of Simcoe North?
That's right.
This is a time when we need not to be taking rights or power away from the people, but giving it back. And I believe this needs to start happening with the voting process. Our first past the post voting system in a multi-party democracy is archaic and needs to be changed. We do need some sort of form of proportional representation, such as instant runoff balloting. You need to get involved. The people here, and you started by 300 people showing up today. Fantastic. We thought it would be successful with 50 or 100 people, 150 people, so this is wonderful. Get more involved. Write a letter. Write a letter to your Member of Parliament. Write a letter to the editor of your local paper. Join a political party. Doesn't matter which one. get involved. And above all, vote. And motivate others to vote.
Right.
My father taught me at a very young age that if you do not vote, you do not have the right to complain.
Absolutely.
If you vote, perhaps we'll end up with a leader that will only not muzzle dissension, but will listen.
Amen!
Civility, civility, civility. But the leader of our country should be like the mother or father of a family. A mother or father of a family is there to set a good example. A mother or father of a family does not pit brother against brother, does not pit region against region. They are there to unite, to nurture consensus, and to develop policy to take care of all Canadians. By your enthusiasm and involvement today, I believe there's a very positive twist that can come out of this prorogation of Parliament, and that is that more people will be engaged, more people will speak out, because when enough people speak, politicians will listen, and Site 41 is a shining example of that. We need never to take our democratic principles for granted. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Steve. Remember, people, we are all patriots. We show it in different ways, and today we have shown it by standing here and telling Harper and Mr. Stanton we do not agree. On New Year's Eve, 5 soldiers died in Afghanistan. Do not let them die in vain. They were there to spread democracy. Let us stand for ours. Now, as Steve has mentioned, we do have prorogues. They will be free, but however, we do ask for donations for Haiti. It's a good cause, and they need it. Now, lastly, before we finish, there have been calls that we all sing our national anthem.
All right, let's do it.
Would anyone like to lead?
I would. Hold this.
Go, Gordy!
It's filming.
Okay. Oh, Gord's going to sing too.
Before I do, I'd like to remind you that you've got an orange sheet. And there are some, Alec is handing them out right now, but make sure that you get
Good
a
job.
copy of that, because on it
You're
is
welcome.
the address, the email address, the telephone numbers of people you can call to let them know how you feel about what's going on. You've heard how a few of our leaders are feeling about this. How do you feel about it, and who are you going to talk to about it? Get the address and the phone number before you go, and let's finish with a singing of our national anthem. As you do, let's pay special attention to the line that says, "We stand on guard." That's what we're doing here today. We are standing on guard. Here we go. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, a true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
How many minutes do you have?
Well,
It does an hour, but we're just up to 30.
Okay, want me to finish?
It's all right.
Or is it this done?
It's done.
It's done.
Hi there, I'm with the local newspaper. Do you mind